am a writer. I am a writer. I am a writer." Tears streamed down Penelope Cooper's face as she left another publishing house after yet another rejection. Not once had she allowed her emotions to get the best of her until today. But she hadn't traveled halfway across America expecting to have her dream crushed over and over and over again. It was beginning to wear her down. 3 weeks of the same old story. Swiping at the rebel tears, she lifted her chin. Why was it women were only seen to be capable of writing gossip, advice, or society columns? Not one publisher saw fit to answer that question. Oh, they all raved about her writing and her short stories, but the fact remained, she wasn't a man. Women were a greater risk for them. She understood that. People were more likely to plunk down their hard-earned money for a book by a well-known male author than they were for a book of Western stories written by an unknown female from Wyoming. Most people still called her home state Wyoming Territory, even though it had been a state for more than 20 years, if they even knew how to spell it. She pushed the cynical thoughts away. It truly wasn't that bad, even if a good part of America didn't know all their states. The sarcasm in her swelled with each thought. She really should tame her mind. This was no way to accomplish her goal. The problem was, after so much rejection, she tended toward pessimism rather than optimism. Growing up on the ranch, she'd gotten used to the men ribbing each other and using sarcasm to cope with the grief of the day. But that wasn't how ladies were supposed to behave. The question still hung in the air. How on earth was she going to find a publisher who would work with a woman? Based on almost every rejection she received, if she wanted to have her stories published, the publishers needed her to be a man, plain and simple. Not that she wanted to be a man. No. God created her just the way she was. So why did he give her this creative gift of story, as her mama lovingly put it, if she wasn't supposed to use it? Would she really have to stoop to using a male name? That wasn't her first choice. But what else could she do? Now that she'd met with all these publishers face to face, they knew who she was. They'd read her writing, and not one of them had offered her the opportunity, even if she would agree to using a male pseudonym.